I'm making this video because it's very important that we practice out what we're preaching. Or if you're an artist and you're making music, it's very important that you're practicing what you're preaching to everybody else. Not saying that you're going to be perfect, because nobody ever really is. I don't care who you are, or how big your ministry is or platform is. Behind the scenes, nobody is perfect. Not myself, nobody. But it's important that we're not putting on a facade, that we're not being somebody that we're not when we're out in public, when we're in the pulpit, when we're on stages and all, that we're being as authentic as we possibly can. So it's a very interesting dynamic between Lecrae and Bryan Trejo. Very interesting because both have been looked at in a certain way, it throughout their ministry, throughout their, careers of doing music, whatever you want to call it. I'm a Christian rapper myself, so I understand, man, the landscape, and I've been following Lecrae since the beginning, and I followed Bryan Trejo pretty much since his beginning. And with Lecrae, he came out on fire, aggressively Jesus music on fire. And as he got bigger and bigger and bigger, and as he, his music just began to spread throughout, he began to trail off from the explicit Jesus music and started doing music that was still Christian, but it's not explicit Jesus. He began to work with secular artists and, really become mainstream. He became mainstream, being on BET, all the major networks. He's been on everything, and he's won Grammys and all. So, like, he's very well known. But the thing about Lecrae is, as soon as he stopped being explicit Jesus, a lot of the Christian community bashed him. They bashed him. They still bash him. They call him fake. They call him this. They call him that. But it's crazy because we've never heard any scandals from Lecrae. Like, this is a married man who has children, who's been in the limelight, who's been in the spotlight, but we haven't heard any scandals about him. We haven't heard anything about him cheating on his wife. We ain't heard nothing about him being a bad father or anything like that. No, nothing in his personal life. I'm sure he's not a perfect man once again, but there has not been any major scandals on this man. For the most part, you see his family, his marriage, they seem to be very healthy, from what we see. There's nothing come out on him. But Bryan Trejo, on the other hand, who who is a mighty man of God, who makes some Holy Ghost filled music, and the Christian community looked at him as like the model, the model for all Christians, like all Christian rappers, and how Christian rap should be. Like, he was the model for everybody. Bryan Trejo, King of Music, he's the model. And you would never ever suspect what came out about him. You would not. If that came out and you had two people to choose between who did that, most people would pick Lecrae. They would say Lecrae did that. No way, Bryan Trejo. Bryan Trejo? No, no, not him. Lecrae? Oh yeah, yeah. Because we're judging and basing it off simply lyrics, music lyrics, not off of character, not off what we really know about them, but simply off of the music that they make, the ministry that they do. So everything is judged off of that. So that tells us, it shows us very clearly that we can't just simply judge somebody based off their musical lyrics, especially if you don't know them personally. You don't know them personally. So everybody just praised Bryan Trejo and just kind of put him on the platter, like, and like put him on a pedestal. And when that thing came out, when everything came out about him, bro, it was like, wow, what? you know. And Lecrae, man, Lecrae has a case. If Lecrae wanted to come out and be like, hey, y'all bashed me, y'all threw me through, y'all took me through the ringer, bro. Y'all drug me through the mud for my musical lyrics, for my music lyrics, but I ain't never been in the news for this stuff that Bryan Trejo has. So we all have sinned and fallen short. So Lecrae, Bryan Trejo, neither one is better than the other. They're not, because we've all have fallen short. If you've broken one sin, you've broken them all. But it's just a great example of not judging people based solely off of the ministry that they do. Who are you in real life? Are you practicing what you preaching in your own real life? Are you doing it? And once again, nobody is perfect. I'm not throwing stones at all. I'm just, something for us to think about. It really, really is. You know, I was able to stand back as a Christian artist myself and see the destruction that is caused by when you live in deception and deceit, and when you live that type of lifestyle, bro. When it comes out, because what's hidden in the dark, it will come to light. You only can hide it, but for so long. God will expose you. He know how to expose you, and you just don't want that, bro. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. So let's just really think about how we judge people, criticize people, based solely off, once again, off of ministry and lyrics and all of that. Because who they are in their real life, that's really what counts in the end, and that's what God is looking at more than anything else. So I just felt led to make this video and talk about that. So God bless you. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everybody who supports this channel. I.G.I.T all day. God bless you.